Hey, boys and girls, it's Pastor Daryl, back with another chapter of Bedtime Stories with Pastor Daryl. Hey, it is Friday. It is exciting because the weekend is just around the corner. I hope you guys finished out your week strong in school, and I hope that you had some time to play with your family and your siblings and your mom and dad. And I just continue to pray that you're doing well, that you're staying healthy, that you're having fun, that you're smiling and giggling, which are all good things to do. Hey, I want to share a story tonight that maybe might be on the more serious side of things, but still has a cute message to it. But it deals with a question, or it deals with a word. Here's the word. Ready? Listen. Worry. Worry. Do any of you ever worry about anything? There's lots of things that we can worry about. I worry about stuff sometimes too. But you know what? Is it a good thing to worry? Is it a bad thing to worry? I think it's part of who we are. But I think there's ways to overcome our worries. And I think we're going to find out tonight in our book. So boys and girls, without further ado, here's tonight's bedtime story. Wemberly Worried by Kevin Henkes. Wemberly worried about everything. Big things. I wanted to make sure you were still here. Little things. And things in between. Mama, what if I shrink? Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings, and the bolts on the slide, and the bars on the jungle gym. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. But then, Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then, Wemberly worried because she was the only one. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon Wemberly had a new worry, school. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if a teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate this snack? What if I have to cry? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there's someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes. She was holding a doll. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. This is Petal, said Wemberly. This is Niblet, said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wemberly. I rub her nose, said Jewel. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. Come back tomorrow, called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. I will, she said. Don't worry. Wemberly Worried by Kevin Henkes. Well, boys and girls, what did you think? Wemberly worried about everything. But once she was introduced to Jewel and they hung out, the worries kind of started to disappear. Isn't that the power of friendship? Sometimes having a good friend helps those worries go away. And that's how God created us. He created us to be in friendships with one another. So boys and girls, tonight as you go to bed, as you have brushed your teeth and as you've climbed under your covers and laid your head on your pillow, you say your prayers with mom and dad, say an extra special prayer of blessing for the friends that you have. You can pray for them too and ask that they would get a good night's sleep. So with that, it is time to say goodnight. Boys and girls, we love you so much. We're excited to keep sharing these stories, and we look forward to being back together soon again. All right, kiddos, have a wonderful night's sleep. Good night.